Yo, what's going on, crew? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Serrano. In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at 13 tips and tricks for the Google Pixel 6 with the Android 13 update on here. So I've been playing around with this thing and I've been discovering new feature after new feature, and I wanted to go ahead and share that with you, but stay locked in with me. Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So we're going to be taking a look at the 13 tips and tricks for the Google Pixel 6 right here after Android 13 is on board. So let's go ahead and take a look at it. I've kind of wanted to jump into the first tip, which is basically going to have to do with this alarm clock right here. Now, when you do deal with the alarm clock, it's pretty intuitive, because the alarm clock widget is now going to be listed right here on your drop down notification bar, so you can literally long hold there and get to it, right? So I have an alarm clock set for 4:46, because one of the things that's pretty crazy with it is that if you actually, like, I know a lot of phones don't give you this ability, but if you're using the phone and you're getting an alarm clock coming in the morning time, you could literally tell it to stop with your voice. So I think that's something that's pretty cool, because let's say you're setting a bunch of alarms for the morning time and you don't know where your phone is at that very moment. So instead of trying to open your eyes and find the phone, you can keep your eyes closed while still, like, just, kicking it, you know what I'm saying, just relaxing or whatever, but you don't have to actually get up. So stop. So as you see right there, the alarm clock went off. I had it set for 4:46 or something like that, and now the alarm clock just turns off, so it'll stop automatically. Now the second one that I want to talk about is really cool, and I've been using this feature a whole lot, but make sure you stay to the end of the video. I truly appreciate you for coming through. I just want to remind you to hit the like button so we can beat the YouTube algorithm on YouTube and get this video out to more people, okay? But make sure you guys stay locked into the end of the video, and if you're already a part of the crew, salute. So let's just jump into this second tip that I think you guys might find very helpful. Obviously, we do have the tap to wake to get to your Google, but this is going to be with the Google Assistant. So I noticed this was a really cool feature. It's how to change the Google Assistant voice on your Pixel phone. So let me take off my earbuds, because I was listening to a little gospel music just now, and so I want you guys to hear this. Alright guys, so if you're still here, just comment down below I'm still here, so I know you're still kicking and rocking with me, right? But today we're going to be talking about another feature, so just, you know what I'm saying, make sure you stay to the end of the video, because I have a lot more features that I want to talk about. But this one changes the Google voice from that monotone woman voice to a different voice. You can make it a man voice, a European voice, like one with an accent. So let me show you how to get that done. So basically, what you want to do is go into the Google app, okay? So you click that Google app, then you go into the icon right here on the right and click the icon, and then you're going to click settings. So let me just click settings real quick, boom. And then you're going to click Google Assistant right here. So just click the Google Assistant one next. All right, you click that, and then you scroll down just a little bit, and then you look for the Google Assistant voice and sounds. So it just kicked me out because it keeps saying like dismiss, but go to Google Assistant and then go down where it says Google Voice Assistant and Sounds, and then you're going to see this option right here where it has the green one where I have the man voice selected. So
here are the voices you can pick for your Google Assistant. If you like this voice and want me to keep using it, just stop here.
I had it on the green one.
Here are the voices you can pick for your Google Assistant. If you like this voice and want me to keep using it, just stop here.
So the red one is the one
you
usually
pick
hear.
For your Google Assistant. If you like this voice,
but I don't really like that voice, because it's like,
just stop here.
You hear different voices, different pitches.
Here are the voices you can pick for your Google Assistant. If you like this voice and want me to keep using it, just stop here.
Here are the voices you can pick for your Google Assistant. If you like
this voice and want me to keep using it,
this
just
one right here. So I'm gonna stop with that one, but that's how you would actually change the Google Assistant voice on your Google Pixel 6 when you want to get like a different voice coming up, so that when you're searching, it's not that same monotone voice that sounds really high pitched or whatever, and sometimes it can get annoying. Okay, so the third thing that I wanted to show you on the Google Pixel 6 is how to go to the hidden folder. Now you want to go to the Photos app right here, and you want to click the option where it says library, and then when you go to utilities at the top right hand corner, you scroll down just a little bit, and not only are they going to give you the hide photos button, so you can actually go right here and hide some of these photos that you're not interested in, which is formerly known as the archive. And then basically now when you go to hide photos, you can see right here that, you know what I mean, it'll give you the option to hide those, but it's basically going to allow you to hide those. And then you also do have that locked folder, which is password protected. So I have a lot of pictures in there that I really can't share with you because they're protected for a reason or whatever, but you know what I mean, that's the hidden folder and the, you know what I'm saying, the locked folder feature, so you can have a little bit more security and privacy when you have a lot of content on your phone as far as pictures and videos, right? So the next feature I want to talk about that's pretty cool is that the you know what I'm saying, is the drive-in mode, right? Because when you're listening to Bluetooth headphones on your Pixel device, it's gonna actually prompt you to so let me put these guys back in my headphones or whatever, so I can show you what I'm talking about. But I had the sound peaks in before, so I had actually activated the feature with those sound peaks or whatever. So let me see if I can find those real quick, okay? Alright, so I had the sound peaks activated, the Mini Pros activated with this feature, so I'm gonna go ahead and put those in real quick. And they pretty much power on very fast. So let's say you're connected to your Google Pixel device with some headphones, right? And is it okay if I play a little gospel music while I'm doing this video? Let me see. Alright, I got the track playing in the background or whatever. So basically what you want to do is go into the Bluetooth app right here, and you want to go down where it says connection preferences. So you click that, and then you're going to see something called driving mode, and automatically it turns on, because right here I had a feature where it says automatically turn on with the sound peaks whenever the sound suits Bluetooth are connected, and you can make it so that whatever devices you want. So I could put my Think Plus LP Pros, I can make that actually turn on automatically onto driving mode. Any earphones that you want, you can customize it to do that. But when you're driving, it's going to detect that from the motion and the Bluetooth and stuff like that. So it'll turn on the Bluetooth automatically, and then it'll put you in the automatic driving mode, which will basically turn on Do Not Disturb, so that you won't have to worry about distractions when you're driving in your car, and you won't be like, you know, thinking about all the notifications that are going on your phone, so you could pay attention to the road. Because I noticed that a lot of people be text messaging and making phone calls in their car or whatever, but that's actually like kind of dangerous, because that's what causes car accidents. When you take your eyes off the road for 1 second, you never know what could actually happen. So I think that's a really cool feature. But the next feature I want to talk about is how to invoke the Google Assistant from the corner again, because what I noticed was that it was removed. So I wanted to show you how to add it back on, just in case you got Android 13 downloaded on here. So basically what you want to do is go to the you want to type assistant on your device right inside of the settings, and then if you type that assistant right here, so the assistant right here, just type that, okay? And then when you type assistant, you're gonna see right here that down below it's gonna say swipe to invoke Google Assistant in the gesture sensitivity, and that was actually turned off by default. I was trying to get that turned back on. But that's actually a useful feature, because you could just click right here and then swipe up and turn on, I don't know, NFC. Turn on NFC. It's already turned on. Turn off NFC. You turned it off. So that's a really cool feature, that you can invoke it right here from the bottom. And then you can right here they have it right here where you can hold that for the power button and turn that on. So if you'd rather just swipe from the bottom, I think that's a little bit easier versus having so many different options. So you could just go right back here, you know, type assistant or whatever again, and then hold for assistant. You could turn that off because now you have the invoke from the bottom versus using that as the power button. So now you can get your power button back, and you can have the lockdown, power off, reset, or emergency back option. So you don't have, you could just invoke it from the bottom. So I think that's something that's pretty cool. Okay, so I know I want to jump into another video feature on the Google Pixel 6, but if you're enjoying the video so far, just say salute down below in the comment section, so I know you're still kicking it with me and still rocking with me. And then we're going to be talking about this next feature that I'm going to talk about, which is basically you know what I'm saying, it's basically like you know, a widget on here is that I actually downloaded from a third-party app, and you know, it's pretty cool. It's called Wall Candy. So this is the app right here called Wall Candy. App info, you can see right here, Wall Candy. Just go to the Play Store or whatever right now, and then right here you're gonna just type that in, Wall Candy. Go ahead, download that app. It's gonna show up right here, Wall Candy wallpaper and widget app. So this is a really solid app because when you actually, you can see this lightning bolt on the left hand corner on my phone. That's actually the widget for the Wall Candy app. It's really cool because when you long hold right here and you hit widgets, then go all the way down, you're gonna see the widget for the Wall Candy wallpaper app, which is a lightning bolt, right? Like I said before. So what you can do is get daily wallpapers, and if you just hit that lightning bolt, it'll change the wallpaper automatically to a different wallpaper. So you don't have to like search for new ones or anything like that. If you're not feeling it, you could just keep hitting it until you find a wallpaper of your preference. But I think it's a pretty solid, you know, I mean, it has some really cool wallpapers in here. Since I've been using it, I've been a really big fan of Wall Candy. So this one's pretty cool. It's got a dude walking, nice colors and stuff like that. And then when you found the after you've changed it to the wallpaper you want, you can go into the wallpaper styles and then select the basic colors or the wallpaper colors right here. So I want to change it to maybe something like that, and now I got like a little hint of orange with a little bit of hint of you know, green in there, which changes the icons, and also it changes the default icons to that little orange hint. And then I got that little orange hint on my drop down menu as well. So I think that's a really solid feature for your wallpapers. If you want to quickly mess around with your wallpapers, I think that's a solid feature for that. So the next thing I want to talk about is the Google Translate for Conversations widget, because this is really clutch. Like if you're the type of person who works in an environment where you might deal with people who are either only speak one language or they're having a little bit of trouble with English, this Google Pixel phone will help you converse with people of different nationalities and you know what I'm saying, regions of the world or whatever, nationalities and stuff like that. So basically what you want to do is long hold. You can see right here I have it already saved, but I want to show you how to get to it. So you just hit widgets after you long hold, and then you go to the Translate right here app. And I have this saved option right here, the top one, but there's two different ones. So once you have that in here, you can click that, and then what you want to do is click Conversations on the bottom left hand corner. And this is really sweet because this is where you can go back and forth and have a conversation with somebody, and they could actually hear what you're saying through Google. So let me show you what I'm talking about. It even recognizes slang. So let me just show you what I'm talking about. If I hit Conversations, what's cracking?
¿Qué está crujiendo?
What's cracking?
¿Qué es lo que se está agrietando?
What's popping?
¿Qué es popping?
You know what I mean? Like, let me see. Where are you going today? How's your weekend going so far?
Espera. ¿Dónde vas hoy? Pero, ¿cómo va tu fin de semana hasta ahora?
And then you could give it back to them, and then they could type the Espanol, or it could recognize both languages, and it'll actually translate both languages. So you could just go back and forth and put it on the auto feature, right?
Podría reconocer ambos idiomas y dirá que en realidad traducirá barco en ambos idiomas. Entonces,
So that's pretty cool, right? And then you could also change it to your preferred language of choice or whatever. But I think this is like really, really, really solid. But I have it set to Spanish just because I know a lot of Spanish speakers. But you can click right here and change it to any language right here on this list. And if you're in another country, you don't even need to buy a translator. You could just use the Google Translate app for conversations. And this is going to be like let's say you're traveling to Europe or you know what I mean, South Africa or something like that, or maybe even like those are some of the places I want to visit. But it'll make it a lot easier for you to communicate with people that are of a different nationality, or you know what I'm saying, something like that. So I think that's something that's really solid. Okay, but the next feature I wanted to talk about was how to make your text bold. And that you probably noticed that my text was a little bit large on this device, because one of the things that a lot of the times is people may be visually, it doesn't even matter your age, you just want your device to be a little bit more legible. So what I did was I actually went into the display and size settings, and then I made it so that I have bold text, because it gives it a solid bold text, so you don't have to squint when you're looking at the words on your screen or whatever. So I just really like the fact that it has that bold text feature. So now whenever I'm looking at my screen and stuff like that, I could easily, you know what I'm talking about, like see all the text without any stress or any like squinting or whatever. I really like the fact that the Pixel also does auto group apps, like it auto groups apps, so that you can have different folders for like apps and stuff like that. So I really do like that part about it, and stuff like that. Though everything is just going to be really organized on here, and you could also have the conversations, you know I'm talking about, like the conversations widget on here. So I'm trying to look for the social media widget. Where is it? I actually can't find it. Oh, here, it's down right there. So something happened. Okay, so yeah, you could group everything, and I have the social media widget right here inside of the social app, and then I have you know, like my girlfriend right here as the saved widget, so that I could easily open that up and we can communicate quicker. So you could have like some of your favorite people inside of here, inside of the contacts right here. And then basically you could just long hold that. You could have the contacts widget right there, or you could have the conversations widget, which is something that I think is pretty solid. So right here, the conversations widget, that's the one I was using just now. And then you can designate it for different people that you talk to the most or something like that. So that's something that I really find useful with the Google Pixel 6. Now, the next feature I want to be talking about is the sound, adaptive sound on here. So what you want to do is go into settings, go into sound, right? That's just settings and then sound. And then when you're in settings, you want to turn on adaptive sound, okay? Because it says right here, adaptive sound improves sound quality from your phone speaker. It uses the microphone to assess the acoustics near you, then adjust the sound equalizer settings for your environment, right? Almost like, you know what I'm saying, what is that thing called where it's like spatial audio, right? But this is going to be adaptive sound, and it makes it less noticeable at higher volumes. All microphone audio is detected shortly after it's recorded and is processed locally, and it never leaves your device, right? And then the audio and the background conversations are never sent to Google, okay? So this is going to be really cool because it's going to automatically adjust the volume of your phone to match the acoustics that are surrounding your spatial, in your space, or your spatial audio or something like that. So it's going to sound pretty cool when it's coming out of the speakers of your device when you're doing that and when you're messing around with it. Now, the next feature I wanted to talk about is how to control the haptics. And I'm a huge fan of the Google Pixel haptics, because everything, when you're touching this device, scrolling through things on here, browsing through the folders, you're going to feel a little bit of a vibration. And some people might not like that. So it's customizable inside of sounds and vibration. You could literally go down here and you can actually make it so that you get charging sounds and vibrations, touch sounds. You could also you can remove that. But if you go right here where it says vibration is in the haptics, you get the touch feedback haptic. So it gives you the option to give you a little bit of haptics or medium haptics or high haptics. And the same thing with the media vibrations. So you get a bunch of different options for that: high, none, low, medium, and high, right? And then it says gradually ring when you first get a ring call, so it'll gradually ring when you're getting a phone call versus just going straight into it and blowing out your eardrum or whatever. So the last feature that I want to cover is the lock screen features on the Google Pixel 6, because the lock screen features make this device really fun to play around with, especially some of the features inside of here. So when you go into the option that says display, let me just look for display, and then when you go right here, you're going to see lock screen, show all content. So it has like this always on feature on here. So basically you will have identify now playing songs on there that you can turn on to actually hear those songs that are in your area. It gives you the option to see those and add them to playlists and create like favorites and stuff like that. So I think that's something that's pretty cool with the lock screen option. But then you also have right here always show time and info on your lock screen, but that's going to actually drain down your battery, so you want to turn that off unless you don't care about the battery, right? And maybe you have like that battery pack that locks onto the back of the Pixel, right? But then you have this one called tap to check the time and notifications and time other info just by double tapping your screen, which you want to turn on. And then you also do have the lift to check info. So if you lift up the phone, it's going to do that too. But then you also have wake screen for notifications. When the screen is dark, it turns on for new notifications, and you want to hit that. So those are the features that I have. And I also did notice that they have show wallet on here. You could type a name or a phone number right here so that it appears on the lock screen and stuff like that. And then you have control from locked device, so control external devices without locking your phone or tablet. If allowed by the you could turn that on too. And then you have the double line to show on the clock when available. So just a whole bunch of features. But when you lock the screen, your name's now going to appear down below right on the bottom. So I just wanted to throw that out there. But these are my 13 tips and tricks that I find very helpful on the Google Pixel 6 with Android 13. But make sure you stay for another video. Click right here or here. But I just want to remind you to hit the like button if you found this video helpful. But in the meantime, have a great morning, afternoon, evening, and depending on where you are, have a great night. Later, crew. Peace.